Hello everybody, welcome to the studio. Today what we're going to do is a song, and we're going to loop it, and we'll build it up, we'll do all this stuff. I'll break it down, I'll tell you what I'm doing, and it'll end up being probably at some point a little bit of a live looping tutorial. And but first what we're going to do, since the stuff's already in the jam from last night, I streamed this to Twitch. We'll just go ahead and run through it once, then I'll erase everything, and then we'll get to going. A little bit warm in here today. So, yeah, let's fire away. We'll see if I remember what I did from last night, and hopefully don't screw it up too bad. Let's turn on some grooviness, and let's fire away. Are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad world. And that's Mad World. Tears for Fears, but like Michael Stipe style. I think I could totally be wrong about that entirely. If you let's see who figured it out. Do you know what I was doing? So really all of this stuff, all the music that you just heard can all, and you're about to see, will all be recorded into these loops, and as we go, and the whole thing might take, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes. It's not a big process. And so in this particular song, what you're seeing, kinda, you can not really see that great, but we've got instruments. We've got pianos, and really we've a little steam effect. Then we've got two pianos, some string stabs, some full-on strings, oboe, a bass that doesn't seem to be in use, and I did something with this. Oh yeah, that's a cello. I didn't rename it. So I might want to do that so I don't get all confused. So cello and then vocals. And as you heard, there was a harmony vocal that runs midway into the verse. We start a harmony vocal, and so that's cool. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. But yeah, man, that's cool. What are you thinking? And so basically, there's only two parts of this song. It's tiny, tiny. It's all piano, and or not all piano, but the parts. Oh, the chorus part. Mad world. Two chords, and then the verse part is only 4 chords. So. So that's the whole song. It makes it really easy to put in and do. So what I've done is I've got since there are 2 verses with 2 different harmony vocals, and I wanted to add a harmony vocal into this. What I did was I first tracked this thing, as you will see as we're about to do it. Easy. Put a little string line on there, and then I duplicate that twice, and the only difference in the duplicates is that the new ones have the harmony vocal, which comes over here on this slot. And that's about it for the verses. The chorus is basically the same thing, and I notice as I've been doing more and more of these types of looping setup and performance things, I'll drop, here is the first line here is very simple, like food coming out of the holes in my mouth. The first line here is the very simple, just piano and strings again. And then from there we've got a bigger one, and then from there we've got even another bigger one that has a vocal harmony on it. Yes. So it's really just, doing this simple thing and then duplicating it a couple times, adding some stuff to it. So let's clear it all out and see what we can make happen. So we're already over there. I bet there's a really fast way to do this too that somebody could probably enlighten me about. But that's that. And we're all cleared out. If you're following along at home, our tempo for this project is 90. So if you want to see what we're doing, I could actually, there we go. We are working in Ableton, and we've got a couple of tracks. You can see I kind of listed them out. We've also got a reverb, and that looks like the Lexicon reverb, and a repeater delay that comes out of that Slate package. It's like, who makes that? D16 group? Something like that. So let's put it in. Ready? Here we go. So the first thing up is piano. I should have set up another mic over here, but yeah. So let's loop in some piano. Here we go. Now, of course, the goal when looping stuff in like this, I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to say it. I don't know. For me, at least, is to do it smoothly. Never stop the thing from playing. I get a click track, you don't. Thanks to the magic of audio sound cards. I have the cue stuff going out, different outputs, which I hear, but you don't. And so, I don't know where I was going with that, but let's start dropping them in, shall we? So turn the juicy juice back on. First thing up is that piano, and I'm pretty sure that's just, it's 2 bars, maybe? I'm going to do that. Well, I should do the verse section first. And that is not 2 bars, it's longer than that. I think it's like 8 bars. And if it's not, I can trim that, so that's fine. So let's do it. And that was too long, but like I said, that's fine. It wasn't 8, it was 4. And there it is. And see there, I already screwed up. I've stopped the playhead, so poop on it already, right? So that one's good to go. Unrecord on that, duplicate it. Now let's do some strings. That was a mistake. So I'm resetting my fixed length to 4 bars as it should be. There's some nice strings in there for us. Now we're ready to drop one of those harmony vocals in there. And the harmony vocal will go here. Oh, nope. Not yet, you don't, buddy. So, I need to set my length for very long. Okay, so now it's time to put in the next section. And I was very nervous. No one haven't yet successfully jumped into the next section without stopping the thing, because I'm not quite sure how to do it, and my foot controller that I've ordered has not come in yet. But let's see if we can't bop into our next thing like this. So our piano is ready to record. This is going to be the simple one. Maybe if I do this, mash my thing. That was too long. It didn't record it. See? Something always goes screwy. It's blinking red like it's recording. Why isn't it? So anyways, we gotta stop it. Chunk that. We got loop backed. So maybe you haven't heard me say, because you haven't been watching me on Twitch, most likely, because nobody has. Like literally, boing! I don't know how long that goes on, but we'll find out. I'll let you know. There's software to pipe the audio into this video rig that I'm using here actually now, because it's a lot easier than having to edit a bunch of stuff. And I gotta get the non-trial version of that audio pipe. Loopback, which is dope software. So there we go again. We're reset, coming back in through the pipe. Let me record that. I'll go ahead and change this length to what it needs to be. To our strings, since we've already got some of those filled up. So play nice already, guy. Oh yeah, strings. Sometimes my velocities get fucked up. Because my my strings patch is old. It doesn't do velocities well. Sometimes. So that takes care of that. We've got another piano line to do right here. So let's go ahead and knock that out. first one is the chorus simple. There we go. So let's add some stabs. That one, dude. Did that in the wrong place. Put a little steam up on there. Duplicate all of that. And add a harmony vocal. I feel like that's everything. Let's see. Yeah, pianos. Does have verses. That's got a chorus. That's the whole shebang. So, boom, that's done. Wrapped it up. And really, if I had my shit together, I would have just rolled right into this. Familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, and their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. It's a mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Mad Mad world. Mad world. And that's it. It's the whole shebang. So that was like, what, 30 minutes to completely perform it, break it down, build it up, perform it again with a whole lot of chatter in there. So that's like, it's stuff's easy. It's fun. It takes a lot of practice. I'll tell you that for sure. Just to get the hang of what you're supposed to be doing, all these things. Clip lengths and order of stuff and trigger them. What I'm doing to trigger these while I don't have my foot controller and might still afterwards is basically each one of these horizontal rows is a scene, like a section of the song. It's a grouping, if you will, that you can trigger all together. You can trigger anything you want really at any time, but you can bump through it by launching off sets of things, which is how I do it. And so any empty track, if I tap that, you can see what's happening on the screen. There's a cursor moving up and down through those scenes. And so I need to tell it where to go and then mash this foot pedal right here. And off it does go. And so that's super easy. I'll turn this on. This is the MIDI mapping view. And so pretty much any damn thing in all of Live can be mapped to anything that you've got connected to your stuff. In my case, it's an extra damper pedal here. So that's the rundown. That's the song. That's the basics, I guess, of this stuff. So, and I'll say too, it's probably a bit late in this to get to something like this, because I don't think anybody watches this stuff this far. But there's like a bunch of ways you can do looping in Ableton, and I've found the best way for me to loop stuff like this, like in this fashion, is to not do anything. Just leave Ableton as default can be. You don't need to turn on this loop button up here. That'll just, I don't even know if I'm pointing the right place. That'll just confuse things, I think. It didn't work out too great for me, that is. That loop button doesn't need to be on. There's also a plugin called Looper. I thought Looper was kind of confusing. It's It's kind of confusing. And so you can see each one of these loops as I go into each row. You can see there's different loops even. So like these vocals, since it has to go through the whole entire verse, that's like a 32 bar loop. And so that's the biggest loop I can set on here, which happens to be perfect. You can turn the fixed length off. I'm using a fixed length scenario so that it turns itself off from recording. That was another thing. If you don't have a push, this thing, I don't think you can do that fixed length recording, which changes the whole conversation. Before I had this, I used this Novation thing, and I think I have another video on here where I talked about how I did it. Same type of thing, but I also had to trigger the off after every recording too, which got a little annoying. But so anyhow, that's it for me. I'm out. Y'all have a great day. See you in the next one.